the final phase of the sad last days of Kanye West.
Okay, let's talk about this new Ye album. Like I said, this is not Bully. This is a completely separate album announced last night through a text with a track list from Akademiks, and it is called World War III, allegedly coming today. Here's a look at the track list, and oh, bro, man. It starts off with the single World War III, which we all know by now. It now has a Dave Blunt's feature as well, the only feature on the album, by the way. But there is some other stuff regarding the album that we do need to talk about, like the cover, where it's going to be dropped, and more. So let's get into it. Now, the cover, oh man, the cover. We don't have an official look at it, but we do have Akademiks describing it, and it is not good. He said, quote, "I don't even know if I can put the cover up on YouTube, but I can definitely tweet it. Yeah, that shit is a swastika." This is his plan, right? Make these insane beats that people have been begging for forever from him, that people are inevitably going to want to listen to, and they're gonna have to listen to it with a big ass swastika on the front of their phone with the cover. That's if this even drops, which it might not because of Ye's recent statements about streaming platforms, and we do get more information about the World War III release on his new Spotify account, which is titled Just Ye now, which was taken down as well. And Kanye confirmed it was him who took it down. Reminder, this is not about Bully. We still don't know why that went down on YouTube and Apple Music. Most likely sample issues there. But he said that World War III, the song, was taken down because he didn't like everyone being able to see the numbers, which could also be that it just flopped horrendously. Like it didn't even crack 1 million streams first week. Bianca has finally split with Ye, but we now know from Ye that he left Bianca because she tried to send him to the hospital apparently for his tweets, and that she had a panic attack due to everything that he was saying.
What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG gang. Listen, I know a lot of you are wondering, why are you covering Kanye West? Because I have to be here to document the final days. When did it end for Kanye West? When was the ending? When was the last moments of this illustrious career? Where did it stop? Kanye West's career officially ended in April of 2025. And you're going to say, why, Charles? I just saw the goofball tweeting this morning. Well, what has happened overnight with Kanye West is he realized he is now irrelevant. He has allegedly is going to drop a new album, not the Bully album that he's been promoting for weeks. He's all of a sudden, he's dropping another album called World War III, and he dropped a song on YouTube featuring Dave Blunt. I believe it's Dave Blunt or Blunts, one or the other. Dave Blunt is the 500-600 pound rapper who everybody thought was going to not make it. He was in the hospital for a while. He was clowned by Snoop a little bit, and Snoop ended up, I believe, apologizing, but he's this up-and-coming rapper, and he is the only one on this World War III album that Kanye is supposedly about to release. Kanye allegedly, I believe he put the song up, and over the course of however many days, it never hit 1 million, so Kanye deleted the song, took it down. He said he didn't like the way that the numbers could be seen by us, i.e. he means he doesn't like that we can see that no one cares, right? Kanye has spent almost all of his goodwill, all of the people who can separate the music from the man. It's not enough of them, and he's pissed off everybody in the game to the point no one has a response because no one cares. What Kanye is doing now is using the last bit of cachet. This career is fizzling out. It is like a candle that is at the last bit of the wick is almost burnt out, and he's using that last bit of cachet. There's really only one social media influencer that is feeding into Kanye at this point, and it's DJ Akademiks. Akademiks is holding on for dear life just as much as Kanye West is, because the culture is changing and shifting back to where it needs to be. And Kanye and Akademiks are both going to be relics of the past. So they're using each other, and he's sending Akademiks tweets. He realized that if Drake could do it, I can do it. He can use Akademiks because Akademiks is a stooge. And he's tweeting out that, well, first of all, he gave Akademiks this random interview with the black hood on and the full KKK robe and mask, which I already spoke on. But now he's sending academics the track list for this new World War III album that he couldn't get clearance for a bully, so he I believe he really hastily made this album out of nowhere, probably used AI to make the whole thing and threw it together, because the titles on here sound like stuff he just talked about in the interview with academics. Now all of a sudden, what is this? This is like 12 songs, I want to say, that now he's got an all new album. And listen to some of these titles. You tell me. World War III, Cosby, Freedom, Dirty Magazine, Bianca, Virgil Let Me Down, Hitler, Ye, and Jared, Money and Fame, Nitrous, right? This is the titles of, those are the song titles of this World War III, which sounds like he just pulled them out of thin air, stuff that's in his head right now. And the simple fact of the matter is he has a song on here called Bianca, which is another testament to the end of his, what we're seeing as Kanye. Apparently she's finally left him. He made a whole song, which is awful. I heard a little, like about 5 seconds from it on another channel, and it is probably the worst song this guy's ever made.
Bianca, I just want you to come back.
But he's begging Bianca to come back, so she finally came to her senses. Apparently she had a panic attack over his tweets and tried to get him committed. So the one thing you can't do to Kanye West is try to offer help, right? You can't offer him to go see any type of professional guidance or therapy, because at that point you're the problem and he's going to leave you. He's going to storm out because he doesn't need help, right? So apparently Bianca has left him and he's made a song about come back, right? Apparently, allegedly he left her because she wanted him to get help, but he's begging her to come back. What's the, it don't make no sense. It's illogical, but this is what we expect. He got a song about nitrous, apparently. He's talking about Cosby. He's talking about dirty magazines and the same rigmarole, and no one is jacking it anymore. He's dissed every rapper in the game over the last week. Not one reply, because Kanye is irrelevant. His career is done. He puts up the music, which is all this nonsense people claiming it's for the music, where the music's going nowhere. He finally realized that without the features, no one cares, right? Without Ty Dolla $ign and all these other guys all in the video, all in the studio, when you take away those guys, they're his real muscle. It's like when you do a stage dive. If no one's out there to catch you up, gang, you're going to fall. Kanye realizes that he's pissed off everybody of stature, and everybody he's pissing off is higher than him at this point. He feels like he made Playboy Cardi where he is. He feels like all of these guys are his sons and they should be loyal to him, and he realizes that by them being quote-unquote disloyal, he's falling off badly. When Kanye puts out this music with no one but just Kanye, with this nonsense rants that he's going on, apparently this World War III album is going to have a swastika as the cover. Who's going to want to play that? Kanye? But Kanye doesn't care. He digs in deeper. He entrenches himself, and whenever someone tells him that's not a good idea, he doubles down, triples down, entrenches himself into it like some kind of worm, right? A damn tapeworm. He wants to get in there and just be in the shit, right? So now he's in the shit. And we're seeing that there is no, you can cancel Kanye West, because the cancellation of Kanye West is when you don't care. You can't cancel him because you're mad. Once you just leave it alone and no one wants to hear nothing he's doing, that's how you cancel him. He canceled himself. He had a website that was selling merch and he deleted all the merch and put a swastika shirt. How many people going to wear that, Kanye? Make this make sense. Who's going to spend $20 on a swastika shirt they can't wear nowhere? Right? You canceled yourself. These rappers won't respond because responding to you means now they're attached to you again. They're trying to detach from you. Travis Scott is trying to all of these guys are trying to detach from you. Playboy Cardi, all of these guys, they want to get away from you. They don't want to make no statements. Jim Jones, no one wants to make a statement. He asked Drake to be on one of these. Drake is going to get on this album? Are you insane? He literally asked Drake to be featured on here when he called Drake all kind of names just in the last 2 weeks. He posted tweets, I mean not tweets, chats today, private messages he gave him to academics allegedly, and apparently Act posted him, where he's once again calling Drake an F word. Right? So it's like, gang, what are we talking about? Why would this guy do anything for you? He's trying to get his own career correct. He got his own issues. Why would he jump into that bath of boiling acid with your ass? We are seeing the final days where we can stop saying yo, we just ignore Kanye West. The world is getting the message, gang. And I'm here to document it. I want it to be known. This was the end of Kanye's career right here, that day, and this is why. Right? I don't wish bad on nobody, but I wish you to go down when you're bad. It's two different things. I don't wish bad on nobody, but I want you to go down when you're bad. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it makes a lot of sense to me. Kanye's an awful bad person. He's not good at anything. He's not good to anyone. He's not good for any reason. Kanye's bad. So if I can watch this girl, Bianca, right? And the song is so awful, it's going to be stuck in your head. If you can do anything, just avoid hearing this song, because it's going to be, don't leave, Bianca, come back. It's like once you hear it, it's like seeing like somebody get their head chopped off. You know how on Twitter they had those videos where they was sawing the guy's head, and if you saw it, you can't unsee it. Right? That's what this is. This is awful, gang. But as a journalist, you got to have a thick stomach. You got to have a thick skin, and you got to have an iron stomach, and that's what I'm here for. So you don't have to. This guy career is done. I know you all are. You're not on pins and needles, but you're waiting to hear this is it, gang. We're here now. We're here where you're only going to get the tweets now, because they haven't taken his Twitter. You're not going to be bombarded with music that you don't. He's going to still make it. No one's going to care. We're still talking about his albums from 20 years ago as like, oh man, I wish I missed the old Kanye. This stuff is over for Kanye. He doesn't have his family's in a whole different. He's in trouble. She's about to take the kids and have full custody. He once again is begging for his wife back. Once again, he has no wife, has no kids around him. Here and there, I'm sure he sees them when he ever not, but it's not a good thing. The career's over. The tweets don't matter. Rappers aren't doing features with him. It's over. He can't get any traction on any of this music. He can't get any views. He's deleting it. Now he's going to put it on Yeezy.com and hope they go over there and buy it. This guy is a lost soul and a bad person, and I'm here for that shit. I'm here to see it. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just watching it because I've been waiting for this day, because this guy's been trashed for at least 10, 15 years. And his supporters, and believe it or not, they're still out there. They still got channels dedicated to everything this guy does, and they got their fingers crossed that all he has to do is stop with the swastikas and the Hitler talk, and we'll be back to the music, and they'll be right there to cheer him on. Well, guess what, gang? It ain't never going back to that. He's showing you who he is. This is not an act. This is not a gimmick. To the people in my comments, yeah, it's smart. He's doing this all for, no, he's not smart. He's not doing this for what you're trying to make it into. This isn't a promotional scheme. This isn't a marketing scheme. He's showing you exactly who he is. He's not doing this just so he can pull people to the music and then do the, aha, I got you here now. Listen to this. Don't. No, that's not that. This guy is full on gone. Crackpot mentalities. Right? He's Uncle Ruckus. He doesn't like anything, doesn't like anyone but that guy over there on top that he's trying to pander to. Right? He's only trying to pander to a couple billionaires that he thinks he needs to talk to, and that's about it. Other than that, you're peons, and that's how he's treating it. But guess what? We're not going to be the ones getting peed on at this point. He's the one going to have the issues of duck and pee, because the same fact, this career is all he had. He doesn't care about the money coming in from Adidas. That stuff, he says that as a status thing. But you can say stuff as a status thing and still be miserable. You could be like, I'm rich, and you're crying in the bathroom. Right? This guy is miserable. That money means nothing. He only uses it as a crutch to me and you to call us small. This guy feels like a joke inside. He feels like a disaster. He's bitter. He's angry. He's always throwing up in your face what happened, what you did. He's always the victim. He never tells you what he did wrong. It's always someone else. And now we're watching the downfall of a small, pathetic, weak man get everything he deserves. This guy's going to be lonely in Japan somewhere. I don't know what rappers, except an up-and-coming rapper like Dave Blunt, who really no one knows. Let's just be honest. I got to tell you who he is. He's internet famous for being fat. Let's just be honest. So that's the only kind of person he's going to get right now. A lot of young, hungry dudes that don't have much going on. Just going to be honest. Other than that, anyone of stature, I don't know how many spins that Dave Blunt's feature gonna get you, but good luck. So we're seeing the final days of the last boss. The final boss is being defeated, and he's defeating himself. You're playing a game where you could put down the control. You could put down your PS4 control, PS5 control, just put it down. Because the final boss gonna fight itself and defeat his own self, and you're gonna win the game. You ain't gotta mash no buttons, you ain't gotta do nothing. It is what it is. This is what it's come to. A sad, lonely, pathetic man using his race when he feels like it and then disrespect the same race in the very next tweet. This guy's a joke, but everybody that he talked about is getting the last laugh. They're laughing. They're having a good old time. They're just removing him from songs, not taking his calls, not responding to these goofy-ass tweets, these silly-ass. No one's going to do anything to Kanye. No one's going to send no goons because that's the response. No one's going to reply. No, they probably blocking him. Half of them blocking him from their phone. The other half blocking him from their social media, so he can't at you. You know how peaceful it is when you block this guy. If if you're Playboy or one of these guys and you just hit the block button, oh my God, that's a good. Listen, I got people that I've done that, and once you do it, it's so refreshing. It's like a spritzer on a summer day. It's beautiful. You get them toxic people out your life. Kanye is that toxic person that used to call you and you'd be like, you don't want to pick it up, but you know if you don't, it's gonna get worse. Right? If you don't pick up the phone up, it's gonna be worse later. Because then they're gonna call you again and be like, why you didn't pick the phone up? Like, he's that guy. Where you're so sick of him, but you can't get him out your life. But you know, something's gonna happen where I'm gonna be able to block this guy. And this is where we are. We can block Kanye. Kanye's done. It's a beautiful sight to see, gang. Mark my words. I'm rarely wrong. I'm like, I say my percentage is about 90, 93, 94% correct rate. Kanye's done. It's no way in the world this guy comes back and has a music career after this point. Yeah, he's going to make music. He's going to put out AI trash. He's going to put out garbage, but he's never going to be ever a viable musician in this game again, and he knows it and I know it. So this is the end. This is the final chapter, the final phase of Kanye West, and I'm okay with that. I can let everything live in the past where it needs to be. All right? Let me know how you think. CLBMG. Go over to my guy, black-yeti.com. Make sure you go over to black-yeti.com. They are one of my sponsors. They're back. They're changing up the website. They're bigger than ever. Make sure you go over to black-yeti.com. All right? I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.